Hi, the book I'm going to read today is The Leader's Daily Role in Talent Management by William Rothwell and Peter Chee. Let's begin with Chapter 1. Why leaders should embed talent management in their daily work and what that means. Okay. Oops, not this one. Sorry. Now let's begin with Chapter 1 in a couple of minutes. Chapter 1. Why leaders should embed talent management in their daily work and what that means. Every day you are juggling. In fact, juggling could be a metaphor for modern business. One way to think about it is multitasking. You know what that means, doing more than one thing at a time. It means, for instance, talking on the phone while also writing an email. Successful leaders today are masters of juggling and know how to multitask to achieve twice or three times the results of the average person in the same time. If you are really good at it, juggling is so interwoven into what you do every day that you hardly even think about it. Juggling is a good metaphor for what you must do to manage and develop talent. On the one hand, you must get work out of your workers to meet today's work requirements. But on the other hand, you should develop people for future and perhaps higher level responsibilities. The image of the juggler is apt. You know how to get the work out of workers on a daily basis, but how to do also and at the same time develop them for future responsibilities. This book answers that question and thus is about how to juggle on a daily basis to build talent. Consider what is talent management and what other terms related to it, and sometimes confused with it, should be defined. What should you do to manage talent? Why is your daily involvement critically important in talent management? How do you manage expectations? This chapter answers these questions. Defining talent management and other relevant terms. Talent management can be considered a term in search of a meaning. It can mean many different things. It has no standard definition and is not copyrighted, patented, or trademarked. It can thus be understood to mean the act of handling, directing, and controlling star performers. Understood to mean those in the organization possessing a special natural ability or aptitude. In common daily conversation, most leaders understand that talent management means integrated efforts to recruit, develop, engage, and retain the best people. It is possible to debate whether talent management should focus only on the top 1 to top 10% of the most productive, promotable people in the organization, or whether talent is something that everyone has and it is up to individuals and their managers to discover, engage, and develop those unique talents. In common usage, however, most talent management authorities seem to focus on talent management as an investment strategy that is designed to make the most of the best. That is, focus attention on those who are both most productive and most promotable. You may wish to think about your own philosophy and that of your own organization in this regard. One justification for that is that high potential performers can be as much as 20 times more productive than average performers and so investment in them tend to pay off more. Talent management should not be confused with related terms such as replacement planning, the process of identifying short-term or long-term backups in case of emergency. Succession planning, the process of identifying individuals to be developed inside an organization. Succession management, the daily process of preparing people for more responsibility. Workforce planning, the process of re-examining all the people in organization to determine if their collective talents are sufficient to achieve strategic objectives. How to manage talent. As a supervisor, manager, or supervisor, you should take steps on a daily basis to manage the talented people reporting to you. So you should take steps to identify short-term and long-term backups for your own work, assess individual potential, recruit and select talented people, train and develop talented people, encourage career planning and offer career counseling, carry out performance and development coaching, appraise workers and provide daily feedback, manage high potential and high professional workers, transfer knowledge and professional contacts, retain talent, work with diverse people, recruit people who are not performing properly after exhausting other efforts, set an example by modeling self-development. Consider the model appearing in Exhibit 1-1. Exhibit 1-1. What leaders should do daily to manage talent. Take steps to identify short-term and long-term backups for their own work. Okay. Set an example by modeling self-development. Recruit people who are not performing properly after exhausting other efforts. Work with diverse people. Retain talent. Transfer knowledge and professional contacts. Manage high potential and high professional workers. Assess individual potential. Recruit and select talented people. Train and develop talented people. Encourage career planning and offer career counseling. Carry out performance and development coaching. Appraise workers and provide feedback. You should be taking the list above to heart. It is what you should be doing every day. If you push back and say, well, I would like to do that, but I just don't have time for it, then I would say the test of the first-rate leader of talent is the ability to juggle the responsibilities in getting the work out every day with an equal emphasis on developing people for the future. In short, don't give lame excuses. Just learn how to work smarter, not harder. Learn how to attract, develop, manage, and retain talent while also getting the work you need out of people every day. It's true that it is a fact of modern management life that due to downsizing and other staff changes, many leaders devote only about 10% of their time to deal with people and perhaps as much as 90% of their time analyzing data or doing work themselves. But the need still exists to plan for and act on the needs for business continuity. That cannot be accomplished at the strategic level only. It must also happen with you every day at a tactical level. While the leader's daily involvement is critically important in talent management, what you do every day is critically important to talent management. Consider you are the one who serves as a role model to your people about how a leader should behave, encourages or discourages employee behavior by how you act, what you say, and what you pay attention to or choose to ignore. That means a leader obsessed with details will tend to make their employees that way. A leader who is very imaginative will build the same competencies in those who work for them. Provides advice about how your employees should prepare for the future, and remember, you know what to do because they have never done what to do. Take steps to identify short-term and long-term backups for their own work. Assesses individual potential, recruits and selects talented people, trains and develops talented people, encourages career planning and offers career counseling, carries out performance and development coaching, appraises workers, engages them, and provides daily feedback, manage high potential and high professional workers, transfers knowledge and professional contacts, retains talent, works with diverse people, recruits people who are not performing properly. After exhausting other efforts, sets an example of self-development. Think for a moment about how well you do each of the activities on a daily basis. Use the worksheet appear in Exhibit 1-2 to assess yourself and ponder ways to improve how well you carry out these activities linked to talent management on a daily basis. So, Exhibit 1-2, a worksheet on assessing and improving your role as a daily leader of talent. Direction: use this worksheet to reflect on your daily role as a leader of talent. For each item listed in the left column below, comment on the activity in the central column and indicate how you think you could improve in the right column. So they have 3 columns. First columns, what a leader should do on a daily basis to manage talent. So they have 1, serves as a role model to your people to show how a leader should behave. 2, encourages or discourages employee behavior by how you act, what you say, and what you pay attention to or choose to ignore. That means a leader obsessed with details will tend to make their employees that way. A leader who is very imaginative will build the same competencies in those who work for them. 3, provides the advice about how your employees should prepare for the future. And remember, they don't know what to do because they have never done what to do. 4, take steps to identify short-term and long-term backups for their own work. 5, assesses individual potential. 6, recruits and selects talented people. 7, trains and develops talented people. 8, encourages career planning and offers career counseling. 9, appraises workers and provides daily feedback. 10, manage high potential and high professional workers. 11, transfers knowledge and professional contacts. 12, retains talent. 13, works with diverse people. 14, recruits people who are not performing properly after exhausting other efforts. 15, sets an example of self-development. 16, what other activities should be a leader perform on a daily basis to be effective as a leader of talent? So the middle column, how well do you feel you perform the role as a leader of talent on a daily basis? And the right column, what do you think you could do to improve yourself as a leader of talent on a daily basis? The leader's daily responsibilities in managing personal expectation. You influence your workers in ways that you never have realized. How you treat people, not just what you say, but your body language, also shows how you regard them. That can affect the results you get from them. Have you ever heard of the idea of self-fulfilling prophecy? It is the belief that an otherwise unproven or even erroneous notion can be proven true just because someone believes it to be true. The self-fulfilling prophecy is seen nearly every day on Wall Street. If investors lose confidence in a company's management or in the economy, the stock price of one company or all companies will plummet. Some would say that is exactly what happened to Iran. Investors lost confidence that they were hearing the truth from company leaders, and Iran went bankrupt almost overnight. And yet, the company has many assets. The same principle applies to your expectations of your workers. In management literature, it is sometimes called the Pygmalion effect. It is related to something else called the Galati effect. What do these principles mean? How do they relate to talent management? What guidance can they provide in managing talent every day? Juggling communication skill. Leaders communicate to their workers in more than mere words. In fact, you communicate 7% by words, 38% by your tone of voice, and 55% by your gesture, facial expressions, and other bodily movements. Remember that. The Pygmalion effect. The Pygmalion effect has many very important implications for leaders. It is a specific kind of self-fulfilling prophecy that indicates that when a leader has a high or low opinion of an individual or a group, that individual or group will live up to or down to these expectations. Leaders reveal their expectations both consciously through what they say and do, and unconsciously through their body language. Other name for this idea is the so-called Rothwell effect or teacher expectancy effect, described in a research article. R. Rothwell and D.B. Rubin. Interpersonal expectancy effects. The first 3, 4, 5 studies. The behavioral and brain sciences. Volume 3, 1978. 377 to 386. It takes its name from the researcher Robert Rosenthal, 1933, who has examined how people's beliefs can influence their perceptions of reality. A famous experiment conducted by Jane Elliott illustrated the power of the teacher expectancy effect. A group of blue-eyed children were selected to participate in the experiment. Then she introduced these children to a group of teachers who were told that these children had extremely high intelligence, but in reality they were simply selected at random. During the year in which the children studied under these teachers, they were consistently rated high. The implication: it was the teachers' high expectations of the children and not the performance of the children themselves that led to the success of the children. The same principles can apply to you. If you believe your workers are exceptionally talented, the chances are that they will live up to those expectations. But if you believe they are exceptionally stupid or lazy, they will live down to the expectations. Consequently, a critical important issue in talent management is your own perceptions of your workers. The Galati effect, an important corollary of the Pygmalion effect, is the Galati effect. Galati was the name of the beautiful woman whose statue was carved by Pygmalion. Simply stated, the Galati effect means that your workers come to believe in their own exceptional talent as a direct result of how you treat them. They create a self-fulfilling prophecy that makes them exceptionally talented. In short, your behavior as a leader affects how much people believe in themselves. When you show immense faith in their talent and build up their self-esteem and self-confidence, they live up to your expectations because they believe in themselves. The Galati effect means that workers come to internalize the unconditional positive regard you feel for them and show them. Okay, I think we should stop here at page 11. I haven't finished chapter 1 first. There's still like 3 more pages, but I will continue and then move on to chapter 1. Sorry for that because I need to go to work right now. Thanks for watching. I think it's very right because these principles I remember when I was young, when I used to be not a very high ranked student when I was in grade 1 to grade 3, but then in grade 4 I met teachers who show a lot of belief in me, and I don't know why. Even my previous teachers in grade 3 don't believe that how I can get high marks and everything in grade 4. It's true. Okay, let's continue someday. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.